Well, the 49th Annual Christmas Tree Festival is coming up, and here today to tell us more about it, we've got Amy Kraft, the Director and Executive Secretary of the Allen County Historical Society and Museum. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Holly.
All right, people love this Christmas Tree Festival, and I'm sure they're excited that it's back this year. So tell us more. What's happening this year?
They do love it. There's no doubt about it, and we're excited that we're able to have it come back this year. You know, we can't believe that we've had a great response. We have over 80 trees that have been entered so far, and we anticipate there may be a few more. We know the deadline was about a week ago or so, but long and short, sometimes they trickle in a little late and we accept them. So that's exciting news. We're happy to know that people are still interested and engaged with the Christmas Tree Festival. It's such a tradition. And so when we weren't able to do it last year, it was such a major change and just really one of the results of the pandemic.
Right, yeah.
So this year it's going to be a little bit different. There are some things that we have to still kind of adjust just because of the pandemic, and one of those are entertainment. We're ultimately not going to be having our live entertainment as we have had in previous years, but partially because we want to just make sure everybody is safe. We want to know that we can still do the tree festival, but ultimately keep people safe and social distance. And that ends up really getting congested in that area. So we decided that it would be best not to do it.
Right, yeah, because a lot of people do go through there. So you're kind of just making it easier to flow through, social distance, and, still be able to enjoy all these different trees.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so some of the things people also like are the keepsakes and, the ornaments that the kids make. What kind of things will still be happening in that area if you can have that?
Sure. So again, we kind of adapted. Typically the museum is able to really do a lot of hands-on activities. So this year, because we have been doing a lot of take it and make it activities, actually we have had docents work in the last 2 weeks putting packaged items together so kids can come in, they can take the stuff with them instead of sitting at the tables in the Children's Discovery Center. So that is going to be a little bit different. We are having the fingerprint plaques. And the other thing that's slightly different this year is the wreath, where everybody is able to take their traditional holiday photograph. This year, they're not going to be able to do that. They're going to have to do it as like their own photograph as a selfie. So that's not going to be a manned booth as it has typically been in the past. And kids can also enjoy the children's shop, which is going to be there again this year. The talking tree is going to be there. So all of those kinds of things, and even the reading of the Polar Express will be happening on Friday evening. So all of those typical things are still able to happen as they have happened previously.
All right, so the dates are December 1st through the 5th. And it's just one of those things where I think families just enjoy going together. And I mean, even with the little changes that you've had to make, I think people are going to still come and really enjoy themselves.
Yeah, we're hoping that. I mean, I know we had so many calls about it last year, and we are now getting calls, are we having it? And I just had a call yesterday, and I told a gentleman, yeah, we're having it. And he was like, oh, great. So, it's exciting. We're happy that we're able to do it. I know that the committee has, really been thoughtful in trying to figure out, what's the best way, safest way that we can still bring it back and make this tradition happen with the community. Next year is going to be the 50th anniversary. I mean, that's a huge thing when we think that that's been happening will be happening for 50 years.
It is a huge thing. All right. That is a long-going tradition, but something new is coming up. And on December 1st, new acquisitions at the museum. Tell us more about this. What are you guys doing there?
So, we have been talking at the museum that we wanted to put together some of our new acquisitions that we've accepted into the collection. And finally, we have space in one of our areas in the lower galleries. One of our display cases has been empty actually for quite a while. And so we're working and going through our acquisitions. Our collections committee meets on a monthly basis. And so that's how we kind of go through and get all of the different kinds of collections that we have into the museum's permanent collection. And ultimately, Brittany Venturella, who is our Director of Curatorial Affairs, has been working with Morgan Miller, who is an intern from Bowling Green, and she is actually organizing this first exhibition. So it's a really great opportunity for Morgan as an intern. But ultimately, what will happen is we will have our first view of new pieces in the collection in that display case for the first time. So
And
we're
yet-
really excited.
Yeah, that sounds fun. So, like, whatever you guys acquire, I don't know, a piece of glass or a special rock or stone or something like that, that'll be kind of like setting up in that
Yes.
area? Okay.
Yes, and so like there can be furniture, there can be documents, it could be even clothing, different kinds of clothing, because of course we get clothing, we get everything. It runs the gamut, things that are appropriate to our history. So I think people will be excited. I think our donors will also be excited. They'll be able to see some of the things that they have given, and they will be on view for a period of time.
Very fun stuff at the museum. Thank you very much, Amy, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Holly.
All right, Noon Edition continues in a moment.